anymore. Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Where do we go? Let's... The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Is it gonna say Artemis? Or is that actually gonna say, like, my real name?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually
Oh my gosh, 20 seconds, so we're under 2 hours, guys!
as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the
10,
game.
9,
Isn't that
8,
wonderful?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're under 2 hours. Toxic, you just won a lot, actually. Read to the perfect button. Woohoo! Do-do-do-do. The button that says the name of the player playing the game.
Sorry,
Jim!
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
I literally got an
Falling in
achievement
love and
saying
being
about,
heartbroken
like, jumping.
as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
I'm Jim, I guess.
Truly
I
Jim
truly
right
feel
now?
like Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Wow, they
you
said my
see?
name, guys.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only
Yeah, my new name is
feature
Jim
in the
Toxic.
Stanley
I
Parable
am
2,
now
it
Jim.
would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Yeah, I'm Jimdimus.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person
Jim
can be
Frost.
too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh! Alright, well, the Jim button's gone. So, can't say Jim anymore. Why do I still have this bucket? I'm just walking around with a bucket. Also, does it matter what door I walk into? I don't think so.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
I guess so.
Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Go to the end of the what? What? Oh. I didn't see that before. Okay. Can you have 2 buckets? I don't know. Free achievement. Mostly infinite hole. Setting world champion. I think we're gonna go set a world champion, guys. Yep. Or maybe we can't. Maybe we can't do that yet. Okay, maybe we cannot do that. I guess we're gonna go back down here. Did we miss something? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's kind of mean. Wait, do we keep walking forward? Do we just go for it? Oh, I still have my bucket. I love that. Do I collect these little Stanleys? Oh, we do. Starbursts.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
Is this the exit?
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an art. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Have I? Should we go back to the hole? It's over in 3 minutes. No! Does it just not want you to gamble? Here's the jump circle. I have no new jumps remaining. That's sad. We're gonna go back to the hole and then we're gonna go back. It does not want you to gamble. I guess you're just not allowed to. Oh, I can't go back in the hole. Okay. Curry, I have no idea. I guess we're gonna go back to the exit. I don't know if there's more. Oh, the meow was the cat. Okay, let's go up here. Red Dawn! You lost 1,000. I like how it works for you, but not Dream. Dream's just not allowed to, I guess. No screenshots. F12.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features
don't
will
have any
come
Artie
together
bucks.
as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see
we're
whether
less
or
than
not
2 hours. We
it
have an hour and
coheres
52
into a
minutes.
meaningful gameplay experience.
Red Dawn! You lost 1,000! Haven't gambled
Are you
since you
ready?
stream? Oh?
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Is that it?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, this is much better.
We have to
I
get the
feel
timer
good
up?
about this. Here we go.
Why are we gonna give them away?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the
Get back on
original.
the TV! Oh
Wait.
gosh.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for
I
the
don't want
vision and
100.
integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh? Wait. We get to play the second one? Oh, I accidentally skipped. Wait. The precipice of greatness? Wait, what happened? Oh, there's balloons!
All of his co-workers were gone.
There's
What could it mean?
balloons!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I'm
memo.
in a game.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Oh my gosh!
Why would he not
Buzbar! Thank you for the 400 biddies! Oh my gosh, it's the
Stanley picked
bucket!
up the bucket.
This is the bucket! I missed the bucket, I know. I have the bucket. We got the bucket. Got the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Do I have like
on his
bucket
left.
attachment issues? We're gonna go over here.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
The bucket is
telling
calling
him
to me.
that the employee
Yes.
lounge was simply the place
Yes,
to
the bucket
be.
is telling me.
And here
The bucket's showing me the
Had
way.
the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps.
Is it just
really
everything but
was.
with a bucket?
How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket, elevator, and jumping in the
Stanley
hole.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere
The
else.
bucket has a voice.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Should I jump?
Good,
Should I jump?
Said the bucket.
Should I
Now
jump?
ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Should I jump again?
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking
Wait,
to
why
him.
are we going up?
It
Oh, we're
should have
going
alarmed him,
up.
of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and
The
he
bucket did speak to me,
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
It
asked.
just told me.
In here.
said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Toxic wants me to
Stanley
jump.
once again obeyed blindly.
We're gonna go into the dark and scary room. Oh my gosh, hello. Yep, we're
Now
back.
pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Okay, Bucket, I'll pick the phone up. The bucket has spoken.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley
and his bucket. And his
Once
bucket.
upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
But it can. The bucket can't speak to me. Come here, Bucket. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press you to take me to work with you. We're gonna go to work with
The
my
Stanley
bucket.
Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
Yes, it does.
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just
My
in his
emotional
head.
support bucket. Come here. We're gonna go back home with the bucket.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Where's
To see
Bucket?
him delusional
There's
like
Bucket.
this, obsessing over an inanimate
There's
metal
nothing wrong with this
object.
bucket.
I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I want the bucket. We're gonna go back to work with the bucket. Yes,
I'll
yes.
try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
No,
Listen
I can't
to
hear
me.
you. I'm looking for my
it's
bucket.
just a bucket. It can't think.
Where's my bucket?
It can't talk. All it would
Where's my
ever
bucket?
truly do for
I
you
found my
is
bucket.
effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a
Bucket
different
do
location.
be kinda
That's it.
wifey material.
It doesn't do
Not gonna
anything
lie.
else.
Okay. Don't listen to the loud man. Press R to go back home. Yes, we're gonna go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket.
Where's the
You
bucket?
know, once
Where's the
upon a
bucket?
time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now
It's-
all he
it's
cares
not
about
just
is this
a bucket,
awful
Curry.
bucket. This stupid
It's a
hunk of
rock!
metal.
Ignore anyone in your life except for me. Yes.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
What are you playing? It's
From
called
now
the
on, he's
Stanley
just going to
Parable.
Cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort
Where's
of
the bucket?
shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
There's the bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Yeah, we're gonna go back home now.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right
It's just
back.
a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Sorry, I'm like chugging coffee and water. Bucket isn't as shiny as Blaze, you're absolutely right. Press Q to relive the same day with me. Over and over and over and over.
Oh my god, what am I saying?
The bucket!
Better at carrying
Oh, I'm
water
locked
from
in the
room
room.
to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
It's not just a bucket.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Baby shark, baby shark. Mommy shark,
Why?
Mommy shark, Mommy shark, Mommy shark.
Daddy shark, Daddy shark, Daddy shark,
That's why I think for the Calvin Minis. Thank you. Press J to go home. Buzzbar, how are you, by the way?
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
For the bucket!
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Where's the bucket?
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Oh my gosh!
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome
Somebody
situation.
gifted it to me. The bedroom! This is the what? What's up, bucket?
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket,
This is my
Stanley.
bucket.
I
This
need
is
it.
my bucket.
Give it to me now.
This is
give
my
it, or
bucket.
I'll...
This is my bucket. Go back to work, Stanley. Okay. Where's my bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Where's
decided to
the
go to
bucket?
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the bucket, guys? About to head to the parentals. Gotcha. 300 chickens. Jeez. Buzzbar, do you know where my bucket? Oh, there's the bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of
My
comfort
bucket.
rushed over him.
My bucket and me. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Oh, and I get chick stream. You should.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Is this
Perhaps
wifey?
his boss's office
this actually
was
a
where
wifey?
he'd find answers.
I think this bucket's wifey.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
No,
office.
we're gonna go downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then...
Wait, I'm running in.
something
I'm going in
occurred to
circles.
Stanley. Maybe, he thought
Yeah.
to himself, maybe
We're going in
I am
circles.
crazy.
This
He
is
looked
the
down at
wifey
the
bucket, I
in his
think.
arms.
A
Am
sun
I
bucket.
crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance
is the
and wisdom
rooms
for
that
me
never
in difficult
ends.
times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Oh my gosh,
How
what if
did
it's someone
I
else's
end up with
bucket?
someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what
Where's my
sorts of
bucket?
bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself
Narrator
floating
can't be
off
sus,
the
though.
ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it.
Where is
Far
my
off in the
bucket?
distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
The bucket is calling to me.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley.
Bucket,
Find
no!
me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh, the bucket's inside
It was
of me.
incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh? Just because of my
This is the story
bucket?
of a woman named Mariella.
Yeah. Please tell me the bucket's next to
Mariella
him.
woke up on a day like
Please
any
tell me
other.
the bucket is dead
She
next to
rose,
him.
got dressed, picked up her bucket of
She has a
comfort and
bucket!
security, and walked to her place of work.
Oh my gosh, she has
But
her
on
own
this
bucket.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken
Only
his
taking the
with him.
bucket with him.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck,
yeah,
yes, she
DJ.
thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
She backflipped, why? What time is it? It's almost 5. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I'm about to switch games.
Yet
The
there was
bucket
not a
hat!
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna do this bit really fast.
Here's the door, just go.
Okay, yeah, I do not want to type the code in again. Okay, we're gonna go down. Okay. I kind of want to go back up to the office. but I
Stanley
kinda
walked
don't.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Hopefully this doesn't repeat. Like,
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I didn't grab the bucket.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Kelsey, thank you for the
Stanley thought
alert.
to himself.
To get a
Did
new
he have the
kitten.
strength to find out?
No, I don't have enough strength to find out. What happens if I walk out? Oh, I can't walk out. We need a bucket as pet. Okay. I think